First reading. A reading from the prophet Isaiah, chapter 42, verses 1 to 4 and 6 to 7. Here is my servant whom I uphold, my chosen one in whom my soul delights. I have sent my spirit upon him. He will bring fair judgment to the nations. He does not cry out or raise his voice. His voice is not heard on the street. He does not break the crushed reed or snuff the faltering wick. Faithfully he presents fair judgments. He will not grow faint. He will not be crushed until he has established fair judgment on earth, and the coast and islands are waiting for his instruction. I, Yahweh, have called you in saving justice. I have grasped you by the hand and shaped you. I have made you a covenant of the people and light to the nations, to open the eyes of the blind, to free captives from prison, and those who live in darkness from the dungeon. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. Second reading. A reading from the Acts of Apostles, chapter 10, verses 34 to 38. Then Peter addressed them. I now really understand, he said, that God has no favorites, but that anybody of any nationality who fears him and does what is right is acceptable to him. God sent his word to the people of Israel, and it was to them that the good news of peace was brought by Jesus Christ. He is the Lord of all. You know what happened all over Judea and how Jesus of Nazareth began in Galilee after John had been preaching baptism. God had anointed him with the Holy Spirit and with power, and because God was with him, Jesus went about doing good and curing all who had fallen into the power of the devil. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to Saint Matthew, chapter 3, verses 13 to 17. The baptism of Jesus. Then Jesus came from Galilee to the Jordan to be baptized by John. But John tried to deter him, saying, I need to baptize by you, and do you come to me? Jesus replied, let it be so now. It is proper for us to do this to fulfill all righteousness. Then John consented. As soon as Jesus was baptized, he went up out of the water. At that moment, heaven was opened, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and alighting on him. And a voice from heaven said, this is my Son, whom I love. With him I am well pleased. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God.